at 10, new insight from Anniston City Schools about precautions they're using to try and keep guns out of your children's school.
Yeah, this is just 2 weeks after a student was injured when police say a gun accidentally went off inside. Our Lauren Harkson on your side tonight. First off, Lauren, any update on this shooting?
Well, the superintendent tells me 3 students were involved in this incident and they're now, quote, going through the disciplinary process, end quote. He also says the student injured is doing just fine. Now, Dr. D. Ray Hill hopes to make improvements on campus to prevent this same thing from happening again, but he adds it all comes down to funding.
It was a shocking moment just trying to ascertain what was happening and trying to get them back on track as far as just putting them together to try to make sure they're safe.
Anniston City School Superintendent Dr. D. Ray Hill shocked after finding out a gun went off on campus.
Hey, where we go? Where we go?
Dr. Hill says while they have precautions set in place, a lack of funding and staffing prevents them from using the precautions to the fullest extent.
We have one walk-through metal detector. Now, the problem is the requirements are that if you have a walk-through metal detector, you have to have someone to man that particular thing all day, that device. Of course, we don't have that right now because of lack of staff and funding to get the staff.
He says an administrator monitors it while all students are entering the building in the morning, but then they have to continue with their regular job.
You have 80-something doors in that building that we have to be accountable for, but you only have 2 administrators, and then you have a career tech administrator who's in the other building.
They also have a policy requiring backpacks to be either clear or mesh, and if caught with a regular bag at the front door,
the principal confiscates that bag and they can pick it up on the way out that day. Depending on the situation, they may keep it.
Dr. Hill says he met with teachers and staff after the shooting incident to figure out how they can make school safer.
Several of the teachers did ask, Dr. Hill, if we could have someone just in the hallways, to kind of monitor doors, that would make a huge difference. And I have to agree. But, we're only funded so much, and then everything else is left on the city school system's budget.
Dr. Hill tells me now they are continuing the conversation, searching for additional funding or grants to add more staffing so they can keep everyone safe. In the meantime, he's asking parents to talk with your children, encouraging them to say something if they see or hear something.